Hello, and welcome to Kickin and Crocs, the podcast. We talk about martial arts stuff, geeky stuff, and all sorts of stuff, and I want to try this new tea. My name is Steve, one half of Kickin and
It's
Crocs.
Victorian London Fog, and I'm Dave, the other half of Kickin Crocs.
And I'm Nick the Shadow Half. Interesting. I've never had that either.
Victorian.
I had it at my buddy Kaiser's house, and I liked it, and we took a picture of it so I remember what it was. And then it's at Barnes & Noble, and then Kelsey got it for me for my birthday.
Drum roll.
Smells good.
No, it's quite good.
That was really good. That's actually really good.
It's a very good tea.
Now, here's the question. Did you dress it with anything? Is there any
It's
milk or
sugar and milk in there.
Dress it? I've never heard it
That's-
called that before. Is
Oh,
it
yeah.
really? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dress it?
Yep.
Like a salad? Putting dressing?
Yeah. When you're adding fixings to it.
I
or
did.
a-
I added
other
sugar and
items.
milk to it.
It's
Yes.
nice, though. It's a good...
It is a good tea. I like that. I like
yeah,
it a
so
lot.
I don't take anything in my tea. You do the same though, sugar and milk in yours.
Yes.
Sugar and milk. Yep.
I have the green. But what type of green tea is this again?
This is honey ginseng, I believe.
Very good.
Welcome to Kickin and Crocs, where we review teas.
Welcome to Tea and Crocs.
Tea and
Tea
Crocs. Listen, we got so many subsections and like sub
Did you
shows that we
guys-
could
I love
start.
tea. I love
So
tea.
I know Nick responded by Snapchat, but my parents, I had to drop Declan off this morning,
Mhm.
and then they're in the process of like they're gonna knock down the wall, they're redoing the kitchen, the whole nine. So right now my dad's just rebuilding the closet in the kitchen before he starts taking down the walls,
Nice.
right? So he's doing all his layers and everything, and they're whatever. So they got all the stuff in the living room, trying to clean out the kitchen a little bit before they start projects in there.
Got it.
And he's like, "Oh, look back there. They got a new axe throwing thing for the summer. It's the one with the ninja stars." And
You
I
didn't
sent
see
that in
that?
the sophisticated gentleman
You
chat.
didn't see it?
I was just.
And
Ignoring-
nobody
I did.
really picked up for the Ninja Turtles challenge you talked
Yes.
No, I did. I said
Yes.
stars, awesome.
And
And
now
then
you
right
know-
after you sent that, I
and-
tried to look them up to get them to add them to mine. They don't sell the stars individually.
No, it
No,
has to be
that's
in
the
the
whole
kit.
set, yeah.
Boo.
But now you know what we need to do
The challenge.
is find a day to film.
I also have that one that we've
Oh,
never even
that was
opened.
for the gibbets.
We've
though, right?
never even
Well,
opened.
that was for the gibbets, wasn't it? We were gonna do.
I have
stars
to
for the gibbet
This is
challenge.
correct.
remind me. I have to share with you guys my schedule because it is.
Hectic.
exciting.
Can't wait.
It's all right. We're gonna make it work like we always do.
No, we always
Listen,
do.
I came home a day
Listen,
early so we can.
If,
Yeah,
Listen,
it's not work.
if there
As
was
soon as we get through these boot camps, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna label out what days we're gonna do some long form videos.
I love it. So,
So-
this week,
which are non-negotiable. No, I'm kidding.
This-
No, we're gonna lay out some dates.
this past week was spring break for my
Correct.
neck of the woods. Not everyone has it this time.
Most of the guys
But it
in our
was.
sections as
And,
well. yeah.
Lakewood didn't, but the rest of us did.
we did take the kids down to Virginia to Colonial Williamsburg.
Great place.
So I've never been. It
That was your first trip there?
Yeah, I've been
Oh.
to Busch Gardens, but it was like a school trip back when I was young.
Oh.
So sorry.
We used
So
to go
a long time ago,
It
gotcha.
was individual bush and a garden, not Busch Gardens.
We used to go all the time when Corinne and I, my sister, when Corinne and I were young, we would go to Colonial Williamsburg. We did like that. We did a night ghost tour there one time.
Oh, wow,
which
that's
was,
cool.
creepy. It was cool, and we would do the Busch Gardens.
Yeah, let me tell you something. First of all,
Big Bad Wolf is still
Oh,
there.
no.
Really?
If it was, it wasn't open.
It was the first suspension roller coaster in
There was a lot not open because it was the beginning of the season, so they were
it was
still
the
kind
first
of stretching
suspension
their
roller coaster in
legs.
America. The great.
Oh, I didn't know
the Big
that.
Bad Wolf.
I was on. What was the Frankensteiner? Yeah, like that was one of them.
Yeah,
I was on
it
years
hangs
ago.
at the bottom.
Yeah.
It was like one of the first in the country.
I don't think
I
it
didn't
was
go
there.
on it. My sister did. I don't do roller coasters.
Yeah, my
Me
daughter.
neither.
My daughter's a roller coaster junkie.
Really?
Yeah, she
That's
loves it. Isabella
surprising.
loves
That's
it.
very
loves
surprising.
it.
Considering
So-
all the fact that
So we went down there. I did not know that Colonial Williamsburg is a rebuild. So it's not the original buildings. The entire
Oh.
place was actually burnt down, and they rebuilt like 90% of it from stories, letters.
they made it look at the same
blueprints.
as best they could.
They assume so.
Okay.
And what's really interesting, though, is they built the crafts earlier, right? So they built the carpentry, they built the blacksmith. Why? Because then those folks would actually build the reconstructed building so that it went through the same, I guess, experience.
Yeah.
Build. So they would get the closest to realistic output by doing
Yeah.
that. It was super cool listening to the story and the amount of work. I mean, they're actively building when you're there.
Yep.
When you're there, like they
What-
were doing making the bricks.
What always
and
blows my mind
screws and nails.
is,
Wild.
What always
Crazy.
blows my mind is that that's how people lived not that long ago. Like Joe Rogan has a joke in his comedy. He's
200
like,
years ago.
it's
Not
3
that's it.
people ago. It's like if people live to be 100,
Which technically they do most
it's-
of the time. Yeah.
3 people ago,
That's it.
like in 3 people, we've come from like
Yeah, the
Horse and
1700s
buggy.
to now. Yeah.
to like what we do now,
Oh yeah.
which is crazy.
That's why when people say, "Oh, we're never going to be X far in just 50 years," like, yeah, yes, we will.
Oh no, we will.
Well,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
because I mean, if you understand exponential growth, it's gets faster. So like
It's only gonna be even faster.
it keeps getting faster.
The
so
growth
like
is just gonna
Wow.
accelerate even more.
Minus anything slowing down the pace of dramatic proportions,
natural disasters.
Yep, exactly. We are on
AI
a
is
quick pace.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Speaking of natural
but
disasters,
it's awesome. They should go.
So something crazy happened today in the world of New Jersey.
Yes,
No,
yes.
something crazy happened a couple of days ago.
on Friday.
Oh shoot,
yeah.
that's right.
We
Something
have a- we
crazy
have a-
Crazy
time
happened on
traveling.
Friday.
We have a hard time thinking fourth dimensionally.
Yeah. So this is
Still
on
working.
Sunday, but on Friday, it just so happened there was a tiny little
Kelsey,
mini.
you're gonna be a guest
Oh,
star today. We're gonna get you.
Okay, bye.
It's all we want. It's all we want in life.
That would have set. That would have been
Will
the.
but
tilting point.
will you agree to letting us just put a microphone over there so that when you have something to contribute to the conversation, they'll be able to hear what you say?
Oh, we should have a.
You'll
Kelsey
never be on
station.
camera.
Like just a station. where she
Yeah,
can
yeah,
go.
yeah. Just so that they can hear you.
Yeah, she laughed at it. She
Yeah,
agreed.
okay,
she
she
liked
laughed.
that.
I
She
don't
likes
think
that
so.
idea.
That was a yes.
So you were saying go.
One giggle for yes.
There
Done.
was a mini earthquake.
It wasn't mini. It was a
No,
4.8.
4.8. That's
But
not
it
mini.
didn't feel like a.
It
So-
did
bad,
in
though.
New York
So
Well,
here,
well,
we'll
see, yeah,
forget
that's
New
true.
York.
and
So-
Philadelphia.
So my wife works in Edison.
Mm.
It'd be nice if
See?
she was
This
here.
is when we need the microphone.
It would be nice if she was here to regale us with the tale of her earthquake experience.
I'm sure it was nothing.
So,
Would you like to do what you did the one time where you just walk over here and we hand you a microphone that we can talk? Okay, fine.
okay.
All right.
So,
All right,
so
tell us.
all right. So we
The
had
story will
spring,
be better from Dave
all right,
anyway.
So we're gonna reverse this. We had spring break boot camp, right?
We
So
did.
spring break boot camp. I'm teaching. You're teaching.
I'm teaching. He's not.
Vinatelli, V Rocket himself,
he's working.
is teaching. You're in Colonial Williamsburg, growing this epic beer you have going on.
Well, that's true. For the audio listeners, Nick has joined us in the realm of facial hair. He now has, instead of just his little goatee patch on the bottom of his chin, he's grown out a full
This
beard.
may be a one show only, so we don't know yet.
Yeah.
So-
Continue.
So we wrap up the first session of boot camp, which is 10 to 11:30. So the
Mhm.
earthquake happened in that interim. So
It was like 10:30 or something like that, right? That's when I felt it, at least.
I
Yeah.
didn't feel anything.
Me
so I
neither.
wrap it up. Steve's teaching in one room, of course, Vinatelli. V Rocket's teaching in one room. I'm teaching the other. We bring the kids back together. We do a little closing fun, bow them out, and then a couple of parents are like, "Did you feel that earthquake?" I'm like, "What?"
Aww.
None of the kids reacted, by the way, like at all when we were teaching. There was no shaking. And then one of the parents, she's a sweet Spanish lady. She doesn't speak too much English. She watches everything. So she stayed the whole boot camp.
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh, your pictures were moving on the wall."
Mm.
And I said,
So it was
"Oh,
happening there?
I didn't
I
feel
guess it's
it.
because you were moving around?
I guess so, because we were moving.
You're moving around, yeah.
Um,
Not to mention, do you think the mats,
so
do you think you,
maybe,
do you think that little inch off the ground
maybe.
could have done something?
So
there? Yeah.
we wait. So we wrap
Could've
up.
been.
Everybody leaves, and we have a small break. So boot camp goes 10 to 11:30, and then 12 to 1:30. So we had this little half an hour. So I just sit down. Everybody leaves. It takes them forever to leave sometimes. So it's like 11:45, and people are starting to show up for the next group. But I sit back, and I'm like, all right, let me just check my text messages for a minute. And I get a text. Kelsey had texted me while I was teaching. And pardon the French for the young ones. She wrote, "Holy did you feel that?"
That was bleeped out, but okay, cool. I'm sure they know what you said. This
Dolphin sound.
The kids here.
No, we're going to come up with our
Um,
own.
So
No, remember, for our group, the sound is a moo.
I'm like,
Bringing it back.
no, I didn't feel it, but I heard about it. And she goes, "We had to evacuate the building.
Wow.
Everybody fled the building." So
Okay.
they
we didn't have that.
We felt it pretty good. Well, she was in Edison.
Yeah.
Edison,
Which
New
is way
Jersey,
farther north,
which is
yeah.
way
Pretty close to
closer
where they
to
said
New
it
York,
happened.
pretty close to where it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
yeah.
centered from northern.
Your whole
Jersey.
building rocked, right? She said it was.
She's
and
purposely not saying
She also
anything.
said in there. She said it was really scary.
I can imagine. You said you were on a second floor, right?
No, hold on.
Wait, they can't hear you. Could you come over here?
I'll give it to you. I'll give you the mic off camera. I promise. Come on, cuz
Come on.
I can't hear you.
Come on.
I can't hear you. The story sounds
just-
insanely interesting.
The peer pressure from these two.
Just
Are
stand
you
it's not.
over there.
This is love.
Tell us what was happening in the earthquake.
You are off camera.
You are off
Just to
camera.
confirm.
So you
yeah,
are-
it was just before 10:30. I was sitting at my desk. Our offices are on the second floor.
Hold it
in
closer to your face.
A
Just wait.
manufacturing building.
Yes.
So all of a sudden, everything started shaking. Like the ground, the walls. Like we could see things moving.
Yeah.
And like we all stood up from our desks. Like people came out of our offices. We're all like, "What do we do?" And then obviously after everything stopped shaking, we were like, "Yeah, let's get out."
Yeah, I would have done the same
That
thing.
didn't send you home.
No, they didn't send us home. But my one coworker was in the warehouse, and she said they could see all the racks
Ooh,
like shaking.
scary.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, and they weren't as close to the exit. So like, she's texting me, I'm texting her. I'm like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Get out of the building."
And here's the thing, right? It's not like a tornado where you might have some forewarning and it's get to a safe spot.
We
You
do actually have a
three-
marked spot in the middle of the production floor that like this is for your severe weather station, like safety spot to go to.
So that's awesome to have that. But again, you know an earthquake's happening when it's happening.
Yeah, there's no warning.
So it's like, how close am I to that safe spot? And am I better off climbing under my desk and wishing myself luck? Because
yeah,
at
on
this
the second
point,
floor, I'm not. I'm going outside.
yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess. But then imagine again. So I don't know. You don't have to imagine. You just did it. But the earthquake happens in seconds. You know, if it's a real bad one, a minute. That's real long for an earthquake to last.
Yeah, this is
By
maybe
the time
20
you get
30
down
seconds.
through the staircase and outside, the issues most likely have taken effect already. I don't know how many buildings would collapse after the earthquake, and I'm not being facetious. I mean, and it could happen where it ruined the foundation, where then afterwards it could start
Well,
to
we
collapse.
were also kind of. I mean, I know it was only a 4.8, but we were still worried about even minor aftershocks.
We had there were two
There were two.
aftershocks from what I
Well,
understand.
Actually, there's been 6.
6.
I looked it up. There's been 6, but only 2 I think were big enough to maybe feel here.
Well, one of the parents at the school that came in for the next session said their chimney took damage.
Hmm?
Their chimney. They were getting work done on the chimney in the first place, and the earthquake cracked some things on their chimney. I was like, wow.
Yeah, we watched a video afterwards of someone's actually dog reacting minutes before, or like a minute or so before.
Oh, it sensed
everything
it?
Shook. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and then like you could see the hallway, the camera in the hallway of the house, like the pictures, everything shook.
I just
My
wondering.
sister actually said the horses started bugging out a couple minutes before everything happened.
Yeah, my sister-in-law runs a horse
Then I
barn.
figured it out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying we're in the end days.
It was really shocking, honestly. Like it came out of nowhere.
No, yeah, my sister lives in New York, and it's a real old building. So she calls me. Now Luca and I are in the kitchen watching WrestleMania previews, and my sister calls me. She goes, "Oh my God, did you feel the earthquake?" And I'm looking at Luca. He's like, "What is she talking about?" And Nicole comes in. Now we live near a military base, so when they're training, the entire place shakes. So I'm just
Well,
thinking,
yeah, like 2 weeks ago, everything was going boom, and I'm like, "Did you hear that? Did you hear that?"
yeah, so you think it's training, right? Either they're
Yeah.
flying something over or it's a training operation. So I didn't think anything of it. And she's like, "No, we had an earthquake." And she's in a real old building. I mean, like, I could probably knock the building down, right? So she was definitely freaking out. And now, fortunately, her boyfriend was over. So the two of them kind of like navigate, like you guys did,
Yeah.
out the building. Like, let's find our way out the building. But then she called me now an hour later. "Oh my God, we had aftershock." Now I'm like, you may want to not go back home for a little while. Let that card, that house of cards fall
it settle.
down and get out of there.
It's just another example how New Jersey is trying to be mini California. Like they keep working towards that goal of being miniature California. Now we got the earthquake.
Which do you think will break away first?
We also had the fires, if you don't forget. We had the fires. We had the earthquakes. We are mini Cal.
We are mini Cal.
Just last year there were those fires.
That's right.
No, I'm going back to my snack.
Well, thank you for sharing, Kels.
Thank you,
We give her a little
Kelsey.
round of applause.
Hey!
Yay!
We got the clickbait for this
I
episode.
love it.
We're gonna
Very
keep
good.
teasing little 3-minute clips of Kelsey until she finally is the guest.
I barely knocked over the whole set for that. See, that was good.
And that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad, right, Kels? We'll see you again soon.
You did an awesome job, and I'm so glad you're okay, by the way, because that's
Yeah.
crazy.
But yeah, no. So I got the text, and she was like, it was really scary. And I was like, wow, I felt nothing.
No, me again. Us, we
But
didn't
again,
Yeah,
we
I'm
weren't.
thinking-
We
But
were
then
far
I
enough.
sent my picture, Steve. I sent the pictures of my friends of
Yeah.
earthquake and typhoon, and I said they're getting ready for the show, and that's what caused it.
Yeah, exactly.
That was my
just-
lame joke.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
so
think
good,
you
though.
know, it's we live in a weird time. A lot
Well,
of weird things keep happening.
Taiwan just got hammered with a real, their earthquake
like an
took
actual
out.
like
yeah.
take things out earthquake.
Well,
Yeah.
wasn't there some discussion that this was somehow maybe potentially related to?
That one,
The-
right?
Yes,
To that one.
for like a hot second there was, and then it got. I don't want to say it got denounced, but it got kind of pushed aside. I'd have to look more into it. We could talk about it on the next show to see if anything else came from it. But there was some conversation around the two being related. Now, I don't know how factual this is, Dave, and I don't know if you or Steve know, but I heard that in China and Taiwan, they're starting to build their newer properties out of like a hard rubber or plastic, not plastic, like a rubber, so that it can withstand because they get these a lot more commonly than we do, right? So that they can start to withstand these type of earthquakes without having full towns fall down.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything about that?
I have not, but I mean, it sounds reasonable. I mean, the big concern too is always like tsunamis. If there's
Mhm.
earthquakes
Oh,
out
man,
in the
yeah.
sea, and California gets hit a lot too.
With tsunamis, California?
Not tsunamis, but
Earthquakes.
earthquakes.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
okay,
Because it's right on the fault line there.
Yeah.
It's just what interests me is like everybody focuses on all the wars that are going on, and AI is coming, and everybody forgets good old Mother Nature.
It's still
Because,
around. Yep.
Like
It just got done raining for like 3 days straight.
what is it? Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. Is a show, or are you talking about the geyser?
No. The geyser, which is actually an underground, which is actually a volcano,
Technically,
which
yeah.
has not. It's supposed to erupt every 300 to 600,000 years, and we're at 300,000 right now since its last eruption.
300 to how many?
600,000.
Okay, so it
between
could
that range.
it could go to the next
Correct.
300,000
But
years.
you don't even think about it, and you're like, oh
Yeah.
man, if that goes, it's bad.
Yeah, for
Same
those
for,
people,
like-
not going to be good.
Asteroids.
There's so many things that we could just stay freaked out about. You have to
You
just
can't
kind of
think
push
about it.
through the day
Well,
and
the-
figure
well,
it out because
the eclipse on the solar eclipse coming on Monday.
So
That's true.
yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, so that was the interesting thing Nicole was talking about too. She's like, "Oh, here comes the eclipse." At work, they're actually giving
Glasses.
us options to go and to have the glasses and view the eclipse
Okay.
because it's
Do
a
we
big
have
deal.
that option at
It's a
Paul
big deal.
Prendergast
Yeah, well, it
Karate?
also gives you. I mean,
What time is it supposed to happen?
I don't even know.
my wife would know, but she doesn't want to be on the podcast.
That's fine.
Kelsey, what time is the eclipse supposed to happen?
On Monday, do you know?
Between 2 and 4. Okay. 3 something.
All
The
right,
peak
so-
at, like,
So that'll be right before classes start, so we
Interesting.
can do it.
interesting facts.
I like it.
You
met during eclipse.
Interesting facts. No, the sunroof on a Tesla. You
can look through it at
You
an
can look
eclipse?
up to the eclipse.
Really?
Yeah, he
it's
made it.
tinted.
He made it. What's his face? Elon
Elon.
Musk
Yeah, Elon.
made it so that it's the right material to look up if there's ever a solar.
Can you imagine he thought that ahead? He's like, you know what? I think it'd be great one day.
I mean, he made the
Yeah.
he made the Cybertruck
like that.
bulletproof just
I
because it
know.
was fun.
I know.
Just-
I know.
I thought
Why
it'd be
not?
cool.
Why not?
So you're
Who
like,
doesn't want a
So
bulletproof
you have
vehicle?
you
So,
have
like,
the
yeah.
money to make a vehicle from Halo. Might as well make it bulletproof. I get it.
yeah. So, but and the moon affects tides and all that stuff. So I'm like, man, it's such crazy.
Yeah.
But this could be
Insane.
all a lead into that, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
But it's
So.
just funny to me because like you don't think about all the potential disasters.
No.
People just think about exactly what's going on right in front of them right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
That's what
That's true.
scientists are for. They get to study all the things that we don't worry about every day.
yeah,
Very true.
it's true.
So, well, how was your weekend or your week? I know you
Long-
gotta-
So we Easter
Mhm.
Sunday
That happened.
last Sunday.
Yep.
So it was a good Easter.
A week ago, we actually went to the Grounds for Sculptures
Mm-hmm.
in Hamilton, New Jersey.
Yep. Yep.
But they do a night forms show, so you go at night and everything's lit up. And they
Oh,
got
cool.
Yeah, it was neat. So we took Declan. It's a little late for him, but it was fun. It was a special occasion. I was like, we probably traumatized him because like
Oh no!
The first thing you're like, oh, that's really cool, and the next thing they have weird like alien sounds, and then they got a spaceship all lit up, and I'm like, oh yeah, this kid's gonna have nightmares for the rest
He's
of his life.
sleeping
No.
with his parents till he's
and
25.
you're wondering why he's having a sleep regression.
You
Did
know that's
not
true.
have this?
Maybe that's why he's staying. Maybe he falls
Are you
asleep.
kidding me?
So my son's in an 8-month sleep regression, so he's staying up at night now. But maybe it has to do with that stupid spaceship he saw. And now he's like, he dozes off and he wakes up and they're coming to get me. And he gets up.
Exactly. You guys go to the bathroom and he thinks there's a ship coming to
You know,
grab him.
there is a correlation here, Kelsey. We didn't think this through. But it was neat. It's a good.
But it was good.
They do it every
Let's go see
year.
them.
They do it every year, but like it ended
Twilight
this
Zone.
weekend. But
Okay.
they'll do it next year. And
We
then-
went there before, not at night. Though.
I don't. Yeah, see, both my wife and I are not like into the whole sculpture thing, but the
Yeah.
night is
It
cool.
was cool.
I got great pictures I can show you. It's neat.
Yeah, no, I'll check it out because we went with our cousin a couple years back. It was neat. You know,
It's
but
much better at night where you see all the lights and the shows.
yeah, I need the show. I need the
Yeah, you need the music
a
and
little
the
bit of
lights
the glitz and glamour.
Yeah, I can't just look at
Mhm.
sculptures. It's not my cup of tea. But
How about you, Steve? What'd you do your weekend? A little bit of time off you had.
Well, Saturday. Honestly, I'm trying to. Did we do anything on Saturday? I feel like I just did nothing on Saturday.
It's okay. You're allowed to have one day of
Yeah, I
recovery.
feel like I did absolutely nothing on Saturday. On Sunday, went to grandparents' house. We cooked all the food. We had the ham and the whole nine, which was great. No little ones there, so like no Easter egg hunts or anything like that. The little ones are all off with their
You didn't do it for
respective
Jess?
in-law families. No, I did not do it for my 18-year-old sister.
You should have.
I did not. So
She would have found some.
she would have found something, all right? Yeah.
Yeah, not all of them.
yeah, no,
That would
we
make it really tough.
what did we do? We did Easter eggs on the day after my birthday.
Oh,
My
okay. There you
parents came
go.
over a little birthday
We
dinner,
called you.
And yeah, you did call me for my
Yeah,
birthday.
the kids were all like, "We're late. We're late by a day. Let's call them right now before we forget."
You called me when we were out for a walk.
Yes,
We
you guys were
walking
there
up
on that
Deckland.
walk. So we called.
It was
from our
like one
car
of the
right there.
only. I mean, there was like 2 nice days, and everything else was.
So we had a little bit of rain,
Well,
but down
I was-
in Virginia it was 75 degrees.
Every one of your
You guys got hammered.
every one of your Snapchats, you're in a t-shirt, and I'm like, I wonder if it's anywhere near what it is here because we're like
No.
bundled up and
Sitting
it's
there in a
pouring
monsoon.
rain.
Did you guys get the Farmingdale got hail? Did you
Yeah,
guys
really?
get hail?
No, Howell got hail because Master Bynes.
Yeah, a little bit.
Master Bynes put up on his story. Another marshal. He owns a school in Howell
Mhm.
and Freehold. He put up a video of the hail on his deck.
And it was
He's in Howell. So
some pretty big hail.
Yeah.
So we're sitting here, and as I'm driving up, Thursday, this past Thursday, I was driving up, and it's a little bit of a hike. I'm getting pictures from friends of mine saying, "Hey, it started hailing again." I'm like, "What am I driving into?"
You're on your way back.
I'm like, "We should just stay." But will we stop there?
my
There
wife
was
has
nothing.
sent me earthquake
Nothing.
videos on Instagram as she's sitting away from us, not on camera.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's
Seeing
okay.
people
It's
affected
all right.
by it. Yeah.
We are slowly integrating her into this.
Oh yeah, we
podcast.
are.
It's
We're gonna get her.
nuts.
We're gonna get
How
her.
was your earthquake experience, folks, or your
Comment
weather last
below,
week?
Charity.
Throw a charity, Mr. Bots, please. Who else? Yeah,
Maronka.
Mr. Maronka.
Comment
Whoever else
below.
wants to join in the comments. But how was
Yeah,
your
come on,
earthquake
guys.
experience? Have you had worse experiences with earthquakes? And how was your experience with the weather this weekend?
I was disappointed. This is the second time New Jersey had an earthquake that I didn't feel because
I
remember
felt
a
the
couple
first
years
one.
ago we
Yeah,
had that
I
one.
felt that one.
I was driving
I had that
to
one
the
too.
dojo,
Yep.
and
I
like
felt that
I
one
didn't
too.
feel it at all. I was just
No.
driving my car, nothing. I'm like maybe I'm immune to earthquakes.
Your ninja reflexes are off. You're such good balance.
He's
that
like
you can't
Ultra
tell.
Instinct Gokuing it, like he's
Yeah.
moving with the earthquake.
He's like, even the earth cannot move me.
Doesn't even feel it.
Yeah, I'm immune to earthquakes. I'm earthquake proof.
Yeah, Dave's like Chuck Norris, right? He doesn't. The earthquake doesn't shake him. He shakes.
But
the
how
earth.
lame a superpower would that be? What's your superpower? Well, earthquakes don't affect me. What else?
So he
That's
can
it.
live in California and
I
be
can
just
stir
fine.
tea counterclockwise.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Can you fight
superpower.
crime with that?
Yeah.
If there's a guy that creates earthquakes, I'm good. But
Yeah.
otherwise,
I
Hey,
can
listen,
blink
there are
extremely
plenty-
slowly.
There are plenty of comic book characters that have that ability to create some earth.
there are
like
tinfoil
that.
hat people that think the government has earthquake creating devices.
No, but so Hurricane Sandy, that was a huge conversation conspiracy wise on it was 3 different government trials
Yeah.
sent because it was 3 different storms.
Yep.
That's why they called it superstorms. Sandy is because it was 3 storms from
That
3
came
different
together.
locations.
Yeah.
So they're like that was man made. And listen, now if we learned anything in the last couple of years, you have to be careful before you completely denounce a conspiracy theory.
Of course.
Yeah, anything's
It's
possible.
like it's not true.
Well, you know what's interesting
Maybe.
is that when people are like,
Possible.
"Oh, things can't be made," like
Yes,
they
can.
do. Is it Dubai? I think it's Dubai where they make it rain.
Yeah.
The cloud seed, they make it rain.
Yeah. Cloud seeding is not new. Yeah. they've
Not
done
at
it.
all, but they're really good at it
Oh yeah.
now.
I mean, what are those little things you can get at home where it's like it looks like it's a tornado in a bottle or whatever?
Oh, yeah, I know
do
what you're talking
those.
about,
Yeah, if they can do that and you can buy it for your house, I believe people can affect
You're
the
a
weather.
tornado in a jar. Poof.
Yeah. Wow,
by
I
Nick's law.
misjudged that.
Well, you know those snow globes. That means they can create whatever
Snow.
they want.
They can.
They can. They make
They
snow.
can. Stop it. They can make snow. They do it all the time.
This is true.
The other exciting thing was the last 2 weeks have been all new Blueies every morning at 9:30 a.m.
Are you getting the video game or what? You
No,
better.
no, I
All
don't
right.
know.
No, so the real exciting thing, and this is going to be a Steve Nick conversation with Dave throwing in his predictions
Dave
at work. No, I
predicted
said
the Royal Rumble
he's
winner.
going to throw his predictions
Yeah,
at work.
let's
They work
go.
every time.
We need you to
This
make your predictions to tell us who really is going to win.
This weekend has already happened, and hopefully our predictions are correct, so we'll all find out together on Sunday. But this weekend is WrestleMania 40. WrestleMania 40. Got a huge 2-day card, lots of big matches, about 3 solid months of really big storytelling with some of the stories even longer than that. It's a lot going on.
I'm
right? So
telling you.
your guy, Cody, who won the Rumble, your prediction.
Well, I saw The Rock beat him up.
Yeah, it's all right.
But then Cody came back and beat The Rock up.
Yeah, not
as badly as The Rock beat him
He got
up,
beat
but-
up again. It's fine.
Yeah.
So The Rock beat up Cody. No surprise. Super expected. You've got Cody versus Cody and
Wait, are we-
Seth versus Roman and The Rock.
Yeah,
but let's start from the
with
bottom
night
of the
one.
card.
Yeah, let's start with night
So
one.
night one, I got the card.
You do it.
Let's
Let's
go.
do it.
Let's go. So first match, and I
No,
actually
no,
think
no. Hey,
I think
hey,
this is going to
put
be a
that
good one.
phone
We
down.
need you. It's
Put
okay.
that
He'll
phone
come
down.
in. He'll come
Come
in.
on.
Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. So why is Dominic now leaving, or not leaving, but separating himself from his core team?
Because
Right,
it's
to join this
purely
group.
He's hurt.
Oh, you know what?
Broken heart.
You could be
That's
right.
why.
Did he break up with mommy?
No.
Did that happen? Oh.
No, he didn't. No, but he's technically right, just not with that kind
Broken
of
heart because of
relationship.
his dad?
Broken heart.
So who do you think will win in that, dad or son?
I'm gonna err on the side of dad.
All right. You're thinking Ray,
Okay.
huh? All right. What do you think, Steve?
You know who Rey Mysterio is,
I
right?
know
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio Jr. is.
There you go.
Rey
Yeah, boy.
Mysterio.
What do you think?
No, I do. I don't know.
There's a lot
because-
going on in that story.
Because last year at WrestleMania, they faced off against each other, and Ray did beat Dom.
But that was one-on-one.
That was one-on-one. So that's why I'm thinking that this time, I do think that Santos Escobar is going to be the one, because he's a phenomenal wrestler, actually, in the ring.
Didn't he just come back?
He did, and I think that he is actually going to be a difference maker this time around. But I have never seen Dragon Lee wrestle. He's from NXT. I don't really watch NXT, which is like WWE's minor leagues. So I don't
He's
really
without
watch
a
it.
doubt a high flyer. Like
If
he's
Yeah,
big
100%.
time.
we learned nothing from Star Wars, it's that technically the father's always more powerful. But they take pity on their son, so he may lose.
This could be where the Death Star is exploding.
I mean, you
and he
can't tell me
stays
you
on
can't
the
tell
ship.
me Luke was really beating Darth Vader.
Moving on.
Good example. I like that. You know what? I think Dominic has a chance to win because there's so much interference possibilities, and he usually wins with a lot of interference. There's a lot of people involved in this. Even though it's those two guys, they both have full teams behind them who are not in other matches.
True.
So those guys could all come in.
It's literally two factions going against each other, Dave.
It's two big groups. Okay, so you were saying. So you're saying you
I think
Dominic?
Dom's going to
Yeah.
pull
I'm
it
gonna say
with
the
Santos.
opposite of whatever he says.
Okay, sounds good. I'm.
But you predicted first.
I'd like to see Dragon Lee and Ray win, but I do think it's going to be a Dominic Santos win. I'm going to go for that one. Okay, next one. It's women's match. Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill versus Damage Control.
There's no way. There's no way. Actually, no, I'm going to let him go first. So he doesn't
Does he even know who these people are?
No,
This is a
but I'm
tough
gonna
one.
say Damage Control
He's right.
is gonna win because they have a better name.
They do. They have a team name.
Yeah.
Well, their actual team.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think that there is.
You can't beat real teamwork.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
They're built
that
strong.
I think
They're built
that they are trying to build up Jade Cargill, so I think that her side of it is going to win.
She just
Or-
came in, though, right?
or
That's the real
she did.
muscular girl that just came
She
in.
did.
Right? Yeah,
Or
she's
they're
really,
going
really
to
strong.
have some tension brew between her and Bianca, and use this match to have some of that hostility start to brew, so they have some infighting, and that will cause Damage Control to
I'm
win.
the opposite of whatever he just said.
All right, so
So
you're sticking with
damage
yours.
control- yeah, I'm
Damage
sticking with
control all day
damage
long. I'd like to
I
say
actually just
damage.
gave a vote for both of them, but okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd like to stay with damage control on this one too. I just think that while you're 100% right, they're gonna try to pick up.
That'd be
Dave.
like if we
They're gonna
had.
knock her.
That'd be like
they're
if
gonna
we
get into a
had
fight.
like Andrew and Steve versus Kickin and Crocs. You're just Andrew and Steve. You're not
Yeah.
Kickin and Crocs.
Yeah, they would never get work well enough
Exactly.
to beat the three of
They
us.
don't have that. All right, let's go.
First of all, that would
Okay.
be 3-on-2.
It's fine. All right. A handicap match. 6-man tag team. I'm not going to read all this, but basically it's 3 different tag teams. The current champions,
Oh, yeah,
Damian
yeah.
and Finn versus R-Truth, The Miz, Tommaso Ciampa, and
He's
Johnny
reading all of it.
Gargano.
Remember, he said it wasn't going to read all of it.
He is,
I
yeah.
think
And
the
yet-
winner, I have to for you, though. That's why. Kofi and Xavier, Austin and Grayson, and then Pete
Kofi?
Dunne. Kofi Kingston and
That guy's going to
Xavier
win.
New
Woods.
Day.
Yeah,
New
the
Day.
New Day. Remember the New Day?
No, but they're going to win because Kofi.
All right, you like that. You
Name
like Kofi.
Kofi.
Actually, yeah, the New Day's going to win.
You think so too?
I think they're going to give him the shot at the titles again.
I would
Man,
like
I
them
am
to
good
win.
at this.
You're on fire. You are on
Say.
fire. I would like them to win, but just to not go with both of you, I'm going to go the goofy route and say R-Truth and The Miz.
Oh,
I
The
wouldn't be mad at
Miz. I
that.
do like The Miz
I'm mad
from
at
the
that.
real world.
Yep. Yes, sir.
That was my introduction to The Miz.
Hey, exactly. And he said he was going to be in WWE from
I
Real
watched
World.
that season.
That
Remember,
was
because it was
cool.
big back then
Oh,
for
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, everyone now is like, what's a Real World? Exactly. Okay, Jay versus Jimmy, the Usos, 1-on-1. What do we
See,
Wait,
say?
what
here's
was
the
that? Say that
thing.
again. Who?
Jay Uso versus Jimmy Uso. These
Two
are
brothers.
These are Roman's cousins. The Rock's cousins.
We're all
They're
losers in this
twin
one.
brothers. I know. Nobody wins here. Exactly.
Jay
No one
Us-
wants to see
Jay
that fight.
Uso.
What? I want to see that fight.
What's
I want to see it so
Jay
badly.
is right now the current good guy, they would say. Like, good guy.
Uso?
Uso.
Okay.
They're both Usos.
So,
Jay versus Jimmy.
so Jay Uso's going to turn heel. That's what's going to happen. And then the other guy's
He's
going
going to turn heel
Okay.
against the heel.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's possible.
100%.
It's possible. Go
He's
for
gonna
it.
he's gonna go further heel. He's gonna out heel him.
That's a spin. What do you
Honest, if that does end up happening, I think it'll be a Stone Cold Steve Austin type of scenario where they keep on cheering for him even though he's trying to be a heel. So
think? It's possible.
I think that's what would happen because Jimmy's very much hated right now.
So what do you think?
I think Jimmy is going to win. Purely,
He's wrong.
I think Jimmy is going to win only because
No
I
idea
think
what you're talking
Solo is
about.
going to interfere.
Well, he's fighting solo on Friday,
Han?
so we would have missed it. I think I'm with Dave. I think Jay's gonna win. I think they need to. I think Jay needs a win. Jimmy doesn't. He's a bad guy, and he's part of the rest of
That's
the group.
true. Jay hasn't really
he
won
hasn't
too
won
much,
since
has
he
he?
become a good guy. He needs a win.
Yeah, you
That's
know
why
you're
he's
not
gonna go
wrong.
heel.
I think they're gonna let him stay good. but
Let
I
me
think
tell you
Or
something. If he
or
goes heel,
hot take here.
it's
Hot
too soon
take
for
here.
him.
Hot take here. Ready,
Yes.
ready. Solo Sikoa does interfere, but to help Jay win.
You know what's gonna be funny is
James.
10 years
I
from
would
now
say
when
that-
Declan's all into wrestling,
Yeah, he's gonna love this.
and I'm gonna have
Oh,
to
he's going to
know-
be into it no matter what.
You have to know it all.
We are
We'll
going to
get
make
you
sure
caught
of
up.
I
it.
mean, I liked it when I was a kid, and
Yeah.
then I grew up.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's gonna happen because I would say if the order of the match was different, that would happen. But with this being before, they need him for the big.
Okay,
fight.
so Jimmy Neutron's gonna lose. Go on,
Jimmy, Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Go.
Gunther.
He's
Gunther.
He's the longest running Intercontinental Champion as possible.
Gunther. Look at that
It's a
name.
cool name. It's a cool
Gunther.
name.
He's actually a beast of a man too. So,
Gunther.
What do you think?
Sammy
Sammy needs the win too. I'm going Sammy.
Go Gunther.
it should have been Chad Gable.
It's not too bad. What are you going?
I think it's Gunther.
You think?
Gunther.
You think Gable's gonna interfere?
Yes,
It's Gunther.
100%.
Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley for the women's championship.
Rhea Ripley.
I hope Rhea all day long.
Rhea
I hope
Ripley.
they don't
Yeah.
lame it into.
Yeah, she's been pretty
I actually know
built,
who that
built
is.
up pretty
Yeah.
strong.
She's been
It was so
dominating.
funny.
She deserves
Yeah,
it.
that was the first woman wrestler that he saw because the Royal Rumble was on at his cousin's house the one time,
Yep.
and he saw this. He says, "How come that woman's as big as Scott?"
She's huge. She's
Yep.
huge. Not only is she huge, she's actually very fast for the
Yep.
size she is. And
Rhea
she's
Ripley.
talented. Yep.
She's
All right.
Australian,
We all
too.
want Rhea to win. Fair enough. Okay. So here's the match of night one. The Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth Rollins.
Tag team match.
But
What
the
do you
Rock and
think?
the Rock and
And
Roman.
Roman. I kind of agree that too, purely because
The Rock doesn't like to lose.
not. To, I was about to say not to skip ahead, but one.
Skipping ahead.
Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, I don't.
What's your
think-
prediction?
I don't. Rock. Roman.
Oh, okay. Okay, so why? Go ahead. I want to make that clear.
Well,
Go ahead.
because this is Rock's first WrestleMania in years, so either that, and they're not going to have Roman get pinned the night before.
I've got one for both of you though. I think
Stone Cold
they
interrupts. Stuns him.
close.
That is actually
No,
a very
close.
possible thing.
I think The Rock turns on Roman
That night?
to pull the bloodline away, so he has to fight Cody fair. Because I still think The Rock is in cahoots with Cody. Because if you remember when this all started, they were.
Oh no, they've been building that up.
He
Yeah.
shook The Rock's hand. The Rock came
Yes.
in.
Yes.
And I think the entire time they've still been in league. And I think The Rock takes the bloodline away for Roman for day 2 fight.
Yeah, but I want to see a Bloodline rules match though.
You're gonna see that. You saw it last week with that mess of a fight that was going on when the Bloodline just came in and destroyed everybody.
I didn't watch it.
And then you saw that on. You're going to see that on day 1. You're going to
right.
see it now in this match.
No.
He's still
Well,
going to interrupt
if
to make
if
sure they
Rock
lose.
and Roman win, then the match between Roman and Cody the next night becomes a Bloodline
No.
rules
I
match.
get it. It's not happening. The Rock's going to mess that up on purpose. He wants it to be a clean match.
Okay, that's actually an interesting take, and I would love to see that. Actually,
Mm.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
All right, day 2. Let's do it. So this is it. Let's wrap
Day
it up
two.
with day 2. That's all day 1. We're wrapping it up. This is it.
God, Maroon.
All right, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits with
Lashley.
final testament
Lashley.
in 6-man tag. I hope Lashley.
I
Lashley.
think I think so. Yeah, but they are building up the Final Testament to try and be like a big force. So I don't know.
Lashley.
And they're all newer wrestlers compared
Yeah.
to Lashley and the
They're
Street
not
Profits.
established. They can't do
But
it.
the
Lashley.
Street Profits are so good. They should win. I
They're
agree
so
with
good.
Lashley. All right. I'm with. What do you think? You're there too?
Yeah, I agree.
All right. LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
AJ.
Both need a win desperately.
LA
AJ.
Knight. I know LA Knight. Jeez.
Yep.
L.A. Knight. Anyways, AJ.
AJ. What do you think?
Opposite of him.
LA Knight. I'm going to go with LA too because I think if they cool him down too much, he's going to have no chance. AJ doesn't need to be heated up. He can jump into any feud, and he's like a Randy Orton. You can put him anywhere, and he's going to be successful.
Exactly.
I think LA Knight needs the win.
AJ needs to get back in the title picture.
No,
man.
he doesn't.
Nah, AJ's washed up. He's
All
old
right,
news.
this is the one nobody cares about. Randy Orton
That's
versus
my favorite match.
versus Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Actually, I agree
He's
with
the
him.
champion.
Logan Paul.
I agree with him, actually.
I
They're not going to
desperately-
give a mid-card title to Randy Orton.
I desperately want it to be Randy Orton so bad because
They're
I
not
think
gonna
he
give him
needs
a
it.
mid-card
He's better
title?
than them. He needs it.
Logan
They're
Paul.
not going to give him a
He already is the
mid-card
champion.
title.
He's gonna stay that way.
You're right. I don't
They're
like
not going to give him a mid-card title.
Dave is
Randy's way
arguing
better
so
than that.
well, knowing so little about what's happening right now. I love it.
It's crazy.
He's
right?
like, I'm
It's
not
just-
going to give you any
it's-
facts other than that's happening.
You know, if all of
Randy
my
Orton.
predictions are right,
You're the man. We're gonna.
you guys gotta buy me a
You know what we
title
need
belt
to
or
do?
something.
need to-
I will hold you to that. No,
Steve.
we even make it even better. Not if all of them are right. If at least half of them are right, I will buy you.
You know
a
what,
title belt.
Steve? I wonder if you could do the predictions and post them before this airs.
Yes.
All right. Just the predictions. And
Yes.
like have our names in like a 3 box and say predictions.
Ooh, actually, that'll be tough to do before night 1.
Okay, we'll see.
I can definitely get
Even
night
night 2.
2s. I can get night 2s predictions out before night 2.
Okay.
You don't have to
Ready.
sleep tonight.
Io Sky versus Bailey. That's the
Bayley.
women's championship.
Bailey.
Bailey.
Yeah, I think we're all there.
I know Bailey. is too,
But don't
actually.
forget though, Dave. Even though you don't know it, you voted for that damage control team. That's her team.
Io Sky's
Io
team.
Sky now, so they could interfere and help. her
Yeah,
win.
maybe.
But okay,
Nah,
you're
it's
gonna go with. You're both gonna go with Bailey.
Bailey.
Yeah.
I'll go with Io. All right. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre
Damian
for
Priest.
the world champion. So he's calling a character that is able to come in with the suitcase and just take the title.
The
Damian
money
Priest.
in the bank suitcase.
So that allows.
Who is it
you-
again?
Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre.
All right.
That would be my second prediction. I
McIntyre.
really think Damian Priest is going to cash in. But if that doesn't happen, then I do think that McIntyre is going to get the win because he needs to get an actual title run.
Yeah, and I also think that
Not that he didn't have
No,
an actual
Mac-
one.
Ma-
but-
Seth needs a break for that injury. that
Yeah,
he-
no, he's got to rest it
yeah,
up.
Seth
He's
needs
got to
to
rest it up. It's all about McIntyre right now.
No, Seth is legitimately injured right now. It is a shame.
I'm
He's
gonna
so
go.
good.
I'm gonna go Drew. I'm gonna go with
McIntyre-
Dave.
yeah, it's
They're not
McIntyre.
going to give
Damian
it to
Priest,
Damian.
bro.
No, Damian Priest.
Damian
He
is
Priest.
sounds. Drew
He's gonna-
McIntyre.
he's
we
gonna
can't
lose it.
have it be that it's just this briefcase gets wasted
Drew
again.
McIntyre sounds like a boy band name.
It does, and
Done.
he's gonna win. He's
He's gonna win.
We,
He's gonna win.
we
And that's
can't
the
waste
reason.
this
Back,
briefcase
baby.
again. We can't waste this briefcase
Yes,
again.
they are.
They have
They're
done
gonna waste
such
it.
bad stuff with
Waste
this
it,
briefcase the past.
throw it
3
away.
No,
This
that's,
will-
that's what they do. They come up with a gimmick and they know it's bad, so they waste it.
Yeah.
on Dave's faces. He's like, I'm just gonna keep talking through the
But
topic.
the crazy part
I
is that
love-
he's right.
Roman versus
I mean, I watched
Cody.
wrestling as a kid.
Roman versus Cody for the undisputed WWE Championship. Where are we
Cody.
going? You
Cody.
going for Cody.
Roman Reigns washed up. He has been.
So here's the thing. Here's
What's
the
gonna
thing.
happen is The Rock is gonna interfere, mess up Roman. Cody's gonna win
I-
because Cody and The Rock are still in league. Don't you remember the handshake?
think that I told you about 2 seconds ago. Yes, I think The Rock still comes to watch the match.
Remember when you said you were just going to sit there and not talk when we talked about
I
wrestling?
think The Rock comes to the match with the bloodline, no bloodline rules, because of what I said before, and they watch the match and they monitor it. And I still think Roman ends up losing.
Roman's gonna lose. Rock's gonna mess it up. There's a handshake between him and Cody. They're in league. They've been in league since the beginning.
I should have
See.
gave you cheat sheets before, but you didn't need it.
No, yeah.
What do you think, Steve?
So here's the thing. People keep on saying, like, Cody's whole theme has been finish the story.
That nobody wants to see finished.
I have to finish the story.
Nobody wants to see
No.
it.
I do want to see it finished, though. I do. I really do. But
I think Triple H wins. I think he shows
that
up.
would be amazing if he could still
Just
wrestle.
takes everybody out.
That'd be awesome. I would love to see him and Rock
I
go
know.
at it again, like one more time. But no.
I know.
But there is a problem.
Shawn Michaels.
No. Roman's
Undertaker's coming back.
Roman is
From the middle of the ring.
very, very close to beating Hulk Hogan's record for most days holding the title.
So
They're
how
not gonna
long?
let that happen.
How long does he need it for? Till SummerSlam?
I don't know the exact amount. All I know is that I've been seeing it all over the place that he is within a couple hundred
He
days.
needs that though.
He is
They're not gonna
within a
take that
couple
from
hundred
Hogan.
days. I don't know about that,
They're
man.
taking so much from the man. They're not gonna take it from him.
They have tried.
Come on,
I
has
don't
anyone
know.
seen Hogan Knows Best? He needs a break.
Okay, but I'm telling. I feel like that because. See, I don't know.
The
man.
man walks with a cane now. He needs a break.
What was the movie he was in that was horrendous, where he was like a soldier from the future or something like that? What was that?
No, you're thinking of Suburban Commander.
So, yes, horrible.
And he was an alien, and that was an awesome movie. I was frozen today.
Oh no!
Oh, I know that movie.
I still love
Christopher
the one.
Lloyd.
What's the one with Zeus?
No holds barred.
The Whole Bars. Yes, that's the best one. That was the greatest because then you'd watch that movie and then you'd go and see him in the ring with
Yeah.
Zeus, and you're like, wow, this is not as impressive.
All right.
Anyways,
give me the next
I'm
one.
predicting that Cody will win,
Boom.
but I am not
Called
going to be. I'm not going to be surprised if Roman does end up
You're
winning.
such a
Well,
politician.
how about this? Do you think Cody's going to win by non-title rules, meaning he wins by count? Is it? Because here's the thing: if the
I
no
think that would
bloodline
get
rules,
too much backlash.
If the no bloodline rules gets canceled, then it's a legitimate 1-2-3 match.
I mean,
Yes.
we
He
all
could lose by disqualification.
we
or
all
count out. He
understand.
could win that way. I mean,
We all understand that The Rock is going to interfere. Him and Cody are in league.
I don't.
I don't think he interferes.
I
I
think
he just watches that match.
It's the night. It's during night one that we just talked about during the tag match that I think The Rock is going to turn.
It's going to be nice to see you guys
He
wrong.
should.
It's going to be nice to
Might
see you
be.
guys wrong. All right, what's the
so
next?
That was the last match.
Oh, that was it?
I mean, that was it. That's 2 full days. And next week, Dave, what's coming up? Another huge event, but same company, different branch of the company.
UFC 300.
Oh,
No.
yes,
And I'm
sir.
pretty sure The Rock is going to win there, too.
He does. He's on the board. He wins everywhere. He wins everywhere. He's on the TKC, right? Is that what it's
Do you
called?
want to save it? You want to save 300 for next episode?
Well, you were saying you did want to, not go a full hour this time. around.
Yeah, we could save it for the next episode. Absolutely. Again, it's
Should
going to
some
be
good fights.
it's going to be a post-episode conversation, a post-show conversation again.
There will
They
be.
always are.
I mean, it's going to be a good card. It's going to be a good card. There's some good fights on it.
And that's going
I'm
to be
excited for it.
Yeah, we'll
an
save that
all-nighter,
for
right?
next
2 in the
time.
morning, probably.
It's
Are we
gonna be a long
bunking up
one.
here, or are you
It's
going
going to be
to
a long one.
get you getting snacks and
I'm,
sleeping-
I mean, I practically
Sleep-
live here
sleep-
as it is, so
sleeping
I can get
bags?
snacks.
I'm good.
Sleeping
I can
bags?
get snacks. You want snacks?
Declan's going to stay in here with us at this point. Might as well. Why even try to sleep?
I mean, the little bit of sleep he's doing right now, I'm wasting on you guys here doing it.
You're welcome. You're
So right about the time we wrap this
welcome.
podcast up, he'll be waking up, I'm sure. But
anywho,
Cool. So lots of big stuff. We'll talk about UFC next week.
Yeah.
But another
Yes.
very huge card.
are you
coming
going to
out
be there for that, Nick? Or you got some other activity planned?
We shall see. Let you know. Good question.
that means yes.
Next week is first testing. I should be local.
The first day, yeah.
First day
Yeah,
of Black
should
First
be.
day of
I
live blood
think
testing.
I'm pretty
We
sure
could talk
I'm
about
local.
that too.
Yeah, that should be fun. We got a big card there too. The semi-annual black belt testing. I think it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah.
A lot of good candidates coming in. A lot of hard work going. I'm excited to see what happens. All right, I'm cool. Dave, cut us off, man.
Oh, it's time to. Well, my Crocs don't go into comfort mode.
They're always. It's a constant comfort mode.
These are quite comfortable. I'm wearing my new birthday. They're sneakers.
Oh, that's true. We didn't talk
Now,
about
is there
these all
any
the
like
entire
fancy
time.
name for them, or they're just
They're
Croc
the on the
sneakers?
clock.
On the clock Croc?
They're on the clock sneakers. I don't know
They
if
didn't
have,
call it on the clock Croc.
Well, no, on the clock Crocs or on the
Something
clock
else?
is the there's a bunch of different on the clock like
Styles.
brand.
Oh, brand. Okay.
Because they're the ones that are made for work. These are the on the clock slip resistant work
Mm.
sneaker.
They are really cool looking.
I
I
love
love the gel bottom. I love the wide
Toe box.
the wide toe box. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
I am
We'll
a
definitely
fan.
try that out.
I like them.
I
And my
haven't
wife
bought one
won't
recently,
admit it, but
so-
she likes them too.
Oh yeah, she tried them on.
No. She likes that they look like a sneaker.
Yeah. No, they look good. They look comfortable.
So
they
when you're getting her herpes,
look relaxed. Yeah, right.
She'll kill me, but I mean, there's a nice pair,
The pink ones.
we'll remember you.
pink and gray. I'm telling you,
Mm.
they're good.
We'll,
yeah,
we'll remember
it's
you.
weird. The
It's okay.
black color, I'm not a big fan of. But when you have
I'm
the
not.
blue,
The black is too. It looks like I should be working at a movie theater.
Perfect.
I was gonna say,
I'll take
or some guy like that's in a kitchen in a restaurant.
Right? Yeah. but that. But
That's
honestly,
kind of what they're for.
but honestly,
though.
that's what they were
they're
designed
getting built
for.
Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
like that whole line of Crocs is really designed for the workplace. That's
Yeah.
why they call them on the clock because they're
But
really
these
designed.
look like they are very, very comfortable.
They are
and
very
again, the
comfortable.
inside gel is awesome.
So all right,
That's cool.
let's kick this Croc into comfort mood.
Or on the clock mode.
On the clock mode.
I love
go.
you from the bottom of my Crocs.
Not that
Done.
time for that line yet.
It's time.
Let's go through
What's
the whole
that?
thing.
We're allowed to do that.
And
not-
you stay kicking, internet.
Wow, they always rush my
5
intro.
stars.
If you have not already,
Like and subscribe.
we're getting there, man. Like, what is the rush? There's no earthquake happening right now, man.
We don't know. You never know now.
You never know anymore, right?
There could be an
happen
asteroid coming for
anytime.
just this house right now. We don't know.
Just hope my house
Quickly.
stood the test of the earthquake.
It did. That's the rumor.
If you have not already, please make sure that you follow us on Instagram and on TikTok at Kickin' in Crocs, KICKIN.in.Crocs.
CROCS.
Subscribe to us on YouTube if you have not already to watch the video versions of this podcast. And yeah.
You stay kicking, internet.
No. If you are listening on audio only.
5 stars, 5 stars. Share with your friends. Comment. For those 3 very dedicated commenters, have your friends also comment.
Yeah, come on,
we
tell
love you
everybody to
guys.
comment.
We appreciate it. Thank
We
you
love
so
you
much.
from the bottom of our Crocs.
We do. We really do.
And you stay kicking.
Wait.
internet.
Until next time, I've been Steve.
I'm Dave.
Still Nick.
And you,
Stay
Kickin'.
internet.
internet.
We have delayed feed.
Shibuda.